I want to.
So, welcome to another episode of the Noisy Streets podcast. I'm Anniedora. I'm going to be your host, and with me is Dakpo and Suzanne. You guys, give us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Dakpo, just a regular guy, and I just do things my own way. So people call it a genius way anyway, but I just do my own thing. Yeah, that's it.
Hi, I'm Suzanne. I'm an accountant. Yeah, I work like 9 to 5. What can a pretty girl like me do? So yeah, and yeah, just a baby girl, but I work.
Okay, so let's segue into that with that. And if you were, since you said now you actually work 9 to 5, you were given the option of remote work or 9 to 5 every day, which would you choose? Which seems like, each of them still have their own pros and their cons.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I would say there should be a combination. So I would just go for hybrid, working remotely and on site, because there are days I'm working remotely and I get bored, I'm tired, I'm mentally drained. You get, so you have to go out to just shake those things off. But if you want to stay remote, if you want to work remotely for the rest of your life, for me, I consider it as a boring way of life. So there's this part of me that still wants to go to work, feel the pain, feel the energy, being around people, working. You get, so I'll just go for hybrid anyway.
You?
I think I will also go for hybrid because, but for the kind of work I do, there is no option for hybrid. So yeah.
No.
Remote work. I don't want to see
anybody. You want to be on your bed.
I don't want to see anybody
during the Zoom meeting.
I really don't.
No, but I think really that if you choose remote work, you procrastinate. Don't you procrastinate a lot?
Not really.
I do. Jesus.
Not really. I actually have to be more responsible about my time. I think I've worked on sites before. I've done a 9 to 5, and the pro about working 9 to 5 is, the time frame. You know that, okay, at this time you're supposed to do this, at that time you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
As opposed to when you have to be the one to set your time. It's very easy for you to get carried away. Okay, so on this episode, we want to talk about our NYSC experiences. If actually NYSC makes brain, we want to discuss the points of it. Because it's something that everybody has to do, and they made it a compulsory thing. I don't know why they won't make it mandatory. I don't know why they don't make it like choice that you can decide, okay, do I want to do this or not? They make it mandatory, but I guess we'll figure that out when we have this conversation. So you guys, where are you serving right now? Or are you serving right now?
Yes, I am serving right now. I'm serving in Lagos. My PPA is around Ikoyi.
Yeah, I'm also serving. I serve in Lagos. My PPA is also Ikoyi. That's like, I don't actually know. I've not seen him before. But apparently we're in the same, we're in the same local government, and I don't know.
I used to see her anyway.
I don't know.
She happens to be one of the ESCOs.
You don't have to say that.
Just rushing. Someone was just so rush out.
What was life before? What was life like before you started your NYSC?
My life before NYSC, we were just regular thing, because I finished law school, and the next month I had to resume for NYSC. So I didn't get to rest after a whole year in Nigerian law school. So I thought I was going to rest, of which I met something so different. So it's actually affected my experience anyway. But my life was just like every regular person, really.
Mine was a bit different, because before NYSC, I think I used to work, but I think that time I wasn't so, what's the word for it? Like, it wasn't like as if I'm growing. I don't know if that word is correct, but now after NYSC is like, you're done with NYSC. Like, what next? You get. So before NYSC was like, I still had something to do.
Yeah,
for,
something to
like my family, for any other person. I still had to like, I just finished school. That was like the life. But now is very, very different, because you're thinking, am I going to retain this job? Apart from like staying with the job, you're like, I'm supposed to go for other like try and see what other jobs are coming, better offers, better opportunities. So it's like it's very different. The way I think now and the way I was thinking then I had everything. It was very comfortable. I go to work from my house. But right now, it's very, very different. And one thing is that I don't used to stay in Lagos before, but now Lagos is like, it's like every other city in Nigeria. But the thing is just that the push in Lagos is very, in other cities, in other states, you're very, very relaxed. You can do this thing. Your mates are doing this thing. Yeah. You can do it. You know you can do it, but you're relaxing. But in Lagos, you're coming in, you're seeing your mates. Your mate is driving a Benz, 2023 Benz. You're like what
am I doing?
What the hell is going on? Like, so it's been very, very different. Like now you're thinking of, how am I going to make my life easier? So yes. I would generally say my life then and now it's very different.
What schools did you go to? Who wants to answer first?
Yeah, I'm repping my school, Godfrey Okoye University, Enugu.
Okay.
Really? Mine is Adekunle Ajasin University.
What courses did you study?
Hello?
I studied accounting, financial accounting.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so what you guys both went to camp?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you stay the entire 3 weeks?
Yes, I did.
I came in very late. I was supposed to come in on Wednesday. I came in on Sunday. So I stayed for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh. Was that intentional?
I was going to be leaving home. I was going to be leaving my comfort zone and everything. So I don't want to miss home too much. So I wanted to take time. So my flight was for Saturday and then I went to camp. I actually camped in Lagos. I went into camp on Sunday. So yeah, it wasn't partially intentional.
So what was your camp experiences like?
I think I should just start.
Oh, I should just start.
With one word.
Always start.
I start with your one word.
Oh, one word.
No, yeah.
It's not it. It's.
It wasn't giving.
It's tiring. It wasn't giving.
I
wanted to leave the moment
I
stepped in because there was a drama at the gate. So when I saw the drama, I'm like, guys, this is what you want to go through. 3 weeks. This is what you want to be dealing with. So, but for me, the camp experience was not something I expected. You know, being a government arrangement, I felt like, fine, there should be some level of orderliness. You get things should be done the right way and all this kind of. So I entered the camp with those expectations, and unfortunately, those expectations were not met.
I did not enter camp with any expectations, though. I did not enter with anything. I was just like, and especially because I'm coming to Lagos, so I just entered with the fact that this is Lagos.
Yeah,
so it's meant to be Lagos. I don't know.
By Lagos,
exactly. By Lagos, I'm what I mean by Lagos is like all the craziness, everything.
Okay,
so this is Lagos.
Yes.
So I wasn't expecting anything. I wasn't expecting anything less. I was just like, let's just do this. Let's do this. But camp was very because it's Lagos, so ours was very orderly. It's a bit how will I say it? It's very tiring. I won't lie. It's very, very and it's very, very stressful.
I didn't camp in Lagos anyway.
I camped in Lagos, but it was very fun. It's very, very like Lagos camp. I don't know. It's one like the best, I guess.
The best?
I don't think that. I didn't hear that from other people. But if you say best. It is,
and then we had many lost students during our
because
so
that was after the
at some point everybody they were receiving. You guys were receiving this. You guys the examination you guys wrote.
Oh yeah.
So it was just sometimes we hear screaming, sometimes we hear shouting, sometimes we hear how to commit suicide.
Yeah.
So but it was fun. Lagos was fun, and there were lots of networking in Lagos. Like if you meet the right people, and there were lots of the other part of it. So it was fun. And like, I think every single day or like 2 days, there is always like, it's either an actor comes or a musician comes. So it's always like, it was fun.
Always
Lagos-
had something going
Although
on.
Lagos had
I wanted to rest that time. So unfortunately, the NYC camp is not somewhere that you can
Let me
rest.
tell you from my own
Because they want
experience.
you to be.
Okay, when I came, I already had it in mind. I was going to stay maybe 3-4 days because I have scoliosis. So I always use that as
An excuse.
as an excuse. Always. So I had brought my scan, everything, and I told them that I'm just going to be here for like 3 days. Even luckily, when the person that was doing our biometrics saw my scan, was like, "Are you sure you even want to stay for a week?" Because I just told him that I'm going to stay for a week and I'm going to go. He said, "I would advise you to go home tomorrow." I'm like, "No, sir, don't worry. Let me just see how it's going to be like." When I came in, I noticed that there were people that were mufti and they kind of didn't really treat them like the way people were wearing white on white. So I had taken my white, I didn't wear it until like the 4th or the 5th day.
Wow.
I didn't wear my white. I kept wearing my mufti, telling them, "I've not collected, they've not given me mufti yet." So whenever people are on the assembly ground, I would just sit down. "They've not given us mufti." Okay. And I would allow myself sleep, enjoy myself. Sometimes I would leave, I'll go to Mami Market, I'll go and buy my smoothie, come back. Oh, we're still having assembly. So I allowed myself, that's 1 week that I was there. I was like a guest for the 4 days. Then I now put on my white, I think on a Friday. And then either Saturday was when we had to now dress up to do the swearing in or something. Because I stayed for that. It happened the first week. I stayed for that. Once that was done, 2 days after, I just left. I took an excuse that, I'm not feeling very well. I think I even had malaria then. Because they had woken us up very early one morning.
You didn't enjoy wine.
So I didn't go there to go and do NYSC with people. I just, at a point, I was just like observing. I like observing things that are happening. So Jesus. I never really went with the mindset of, let me go and jump rope. People were taking pictures with them on when they were doing all those rigorous things,
drilling stuff.
You pour water, I should jump under the water. I can't that saying.
Where is that?
Is that Oyo State?
Oh, okay.
They'll pour water for you. Yeah, everybody. They had this, there was this railing that is like on the floor. So you have to go underneath it. I didn't do any of those. I didn't do tug of war. I don't have time.
Lagos camp is just like this. It's just so
you guys
we had.
Did you guys do manual?
Yeah, we did, but it was in a very, very one small piece like that.
You
so
it
wasn't.
I was at Shagam. It was quite big. So we got to the part. I passed the rope. I passed the barbed wire. So then we got to the part where you have to jump a fence. That was it. That was it. I stopped.
I did everything. I did everything. It was fun for me because
I've
gone to see school. So I've done all this before. I did it in just 3 and in SS1. I did it. So it wasn't like I should climb fence. We climbed that. Then even there's this thing that they used rope to make like a ladder, like a bridge, and you have to hold it and then somersault.
Jesus, I did not do that one.
I did that when I had the energy, when I was young. Now I don't do things like that. I'm a lover, I'm not a fighter. I didn't come here to come and be fighting with anybody.
Because I was surprised. Why are you guys taking pictures now? Because
people really enjoyed it.
When you have to. And people enjoying it. I'm like,
it's not painful now. You even gym save. It wasn't painful, but I did not do that one. I only did the crawling.
Not do manual drill.
What were certain policies that they kind of upheld at NYSC camp or even at NYSC that you didn't necessarily like?
God, why do we wake up by 5 a.m. and then we stand till 6? What are you guys saying? You guys are giving announcement of what happened yesterday in camp. Please, can you guys just bring it down to 6 a.m.? That's when every reasonable person
is up.
Can I say, soldiers, you guys can wake up around 4:34 and march. Like, no, you guys can do that, but please just reduce our own to 6. Jesus. That's like
they said,
and they wake you up earlier. They wake you up by 5. You come 5. They wake you up by 4.
They wake you up by 4. Exactly. They're from 4.
I'll take my bait in the morning.
Please, can you wake us up like normal?
Oh, you guys, they were hitting drum.
They're hitting what? They were as they're blowing this stuff. Another person is hitting the iron, and then they're like, Jesus, please, you guys should try and.
Their defense, they will
and
tell you
that noise.
And that's the time Nigeria wakes up.
And I said. Do you know that?
Are you sure Buhari is awake? How sure is that way?
I and my friends, we will take our baits, we'll go and shower around 3, 2, and then everybody will just be like, let's just be sleeping. You will be sleeping with one eye open. And then immediately you hear, Pa, Jesus,
Yeah.
Like the first time I heard the
Sometimes
because I panic very quickly.
when I open my eyes, I'm like, have I showered? Is my wife not ready? So it's like a lot. So please, that's like, and then by 10 a.m., 9:30, you're like, go inside. When you have already kept us out from 7 p.m. till 10. When are we supposed to eat? So that 5 a.m., Jesus, or 4:30, please.
Well, I think the policy I find strange is them having to stand when they want to, in the evening, when they want to drop the flag.
So I really enjoyed
I'm
that.
very surprised.
That was the first time.
Why are we in the same position? Because you guys are blowing the trumpet. People in Abuja, and I'm like, deep down, I don't know, because I used to find it very, very irrational to me.
Yeah, I
'Cause I'm
actually
always
enjoyed
like,
that.
Why do you have to stand? People in Abuja, in National Assembly, they are not standing. Even when they hear this stuff, they are dealing their
Let's
stuff.
hide your face more. Don't say that. Me, I actually enjoyed that. That was the first time
Me,
I
I didn't
saw.
enjoy it
That was
too.
the first time I
I
actually
don't.
understood that people. I think army is different from. I know army is different from police. Apart from that, it's like
Really?
it's like Nigerians. Like Nigeria actually respects the. At sometimes I'm always like shying away from it, but towards the end of camp, I'm like. That's just so fun watching the flag go up and then watching it. Then they start blowing that thing and bringing it. It's so like for me, it's so fun. Like watching that thing, and then you see them standing like, and then you see everybody. That's like a very. That for me, I feel
like we're
it's
just
very,
trying to do
very beautiful to
something.
actually see.
It's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people, I know the idea behind the NYSC is for people to be more patriotic when it comes to Nigeria and stuff.
Yeah.
And the integration, you want you guys from diverse cultures
to have this unity.
But let's look at it. It's ceremonial. It's nice. It's nice to see. But are people really patriotic about Nigeria because the flag is coming down? If I'm not in NYSC camp today, or if I didn't participate in the whole process and all, would I be more patriotic than I am right now?
Did it even make you more patriotic?
Do you get? So I don't want to answer that because I'm on camera, but these are the things we should be looking at. Let's look at it. Oh, really? Am I more patriotic because
of this?
I'm a copper. Yeah. You get? And the truth is, we all know the answer anyway. So.
But when you're on that uniform, you are.
Yeah.
When you're on the uniform,
you're on the uniform, actually,
you are.
You're sort of representing.
I am
exactly.
Well, I actually when I was in uniform, I just did some prints really. It's really of it. I don't uniform go and some prints and I'm done.
But when you're going home, when people are like copper shop, please, why is it that they don't pay transport, copper's transport in Lagos? Since I've been camping, since I've been doing my NYSC, sorry about that.
You're not paid.
Nobody has ever told me, please, you're a COP member, let me pay for you. Jesus, it doesn't work.
I won't lie to you, I enjoyed it. And that privilege in this Lagos, I was surprised that day. One guy was just telling me his G's and before you know what's happening.
Are you serious?
Guys for my account number.
I
guys for my G's. I saw the alert.
If you're watching this, please be nice to COP
members. Please.
Oh, I enjoyed it one time. I'm like, thank you very much.
Thank you.
When he asked me, when he asked for my details, I'm like, I looked at him and I was like, are you
sure? Are you?
What's happening right now?
Do you need me?
You want to run?
So, and he asked and he was now dissing me about his experience.
That's so beautiful.
Fine. That works.
That's really cool.
I enjoyed it just
so I used to hear people always gisting me, bus drivers, people always gisting me about their experience.
Yes.
But they never pay my transport. They don't
even tell you like, okay, don't
worry. Two other times though. Yeah, I've enjoyed it twice. People just park and be like, oh, Copper, where are you going? So I'm going to this. I'm serious.
Is your lotion?
What cream are you using?
Yeah, I think I've enjoyed the
that's really cool.
And for you, that day, we were so much at the bus stop, and the guy just signaled to me and said, Copper, please come.
It's like, I will be looking out for you. Maybe
I don't want
you wear 7/7. Do you wear that?
No.
What's 7/7?
Oh, cap.
White,
jungle boots,
jackets, everything.
You see that I wasn't really involved in it. That's why I don't know all of this.
Yeah. People enjoy now. I mean, you enjoy camp now. That's why, there's this red flag that I look out for. When you tell me that you enjoy camp, when it's like, really? it's like
Camp is not enjoyable,
It's not
but
enjoyable,
it's the way.
There's some people that enjoyed it. The thing is, right, I didn't really find it very strenuous per se.
Because you're not involved.
Or I think that was another thing.
Yeah.
But as someone who was observing, I could understand why it was fun for a lot of people.
Fun?
Yeah.
I think
some people really enjoyed camp. Some people made really amazing friends. I had someone that
talk about friends.
Making friends is different, way different from like enjoying camp. I think it's the friends we make in camp that make
it enjoyable.
Yeah, make camp enjoyable. Because apart from that, I'm like, because when you wake up the first 3 days, after the first 3 days, your mental health is literally at stake.
Now you're on countdown. You're counting.
Honestly,
because
anytime I hear the big O,
you even know
okay.
it.
minus one day. I'm like minus 1 day. Okay, not from minus 1 day. Let me just deal with it.
Okay, remaining 2 more days you'll be out.
Exactly.
And then why do we do that lecture? Jesus.
Oh,
that side lectures.
Side. When you
and
allow
they go for like 4 hours.
Because honestly, majority of people that stay for that side lecture, they don't gain anything there. They just bring in the talent they already have before there. So because if you wake us up at a reasonable time, then people will be interested in whatever is going on during that side lecture.
Yeah. Sure,
but you don't even wake people up at a reasonable time. So how do you expect them to focus during side? Me, I slept throughout.
I think that's something that they have to look into, whether people are really interested in the whole thing. Because what's the point where you have speakers,
People are interested. My friend actually made a very nice tie and dye shirt that he wears to work from inside camp.
Is he still doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell. But what I'm just saying is, I think it's just like make the waking up like that early morning 5 a.m. should be a little bit reduced. It should be reduced so that someone like me now, I'll be very interested in like learning how to, at least if I say I cannot learn how to do the whole makeup under 2 weeks, at least to draw my brows, because right now I can't even do anymore.
but did you actually make it something of, I think it should be your choice, really. You can't really force me, because if I'm professional and I have to learn, and fine, I might need it one day, right? But still, it should be something that is not compulsory. Don't make it mandatory, because the fact that you even make it mandatory is what would not make people learn from it. Do you get? If it's something it's out of my own volition that I want to learn this in, definitely I will learn more. But when you are making it compulsory, you are stifling me, that guy, go and
whether you're interested or not.
Like, guy, I beg now.
Me, the issue I even had with it was
in the afternoon.
When it's very hot. They rarely, at my own camp, they rarely seemed like they really cared if we listened at all. I didn't really, I didn't get that energy from them that they cared whether we're listening or not.
In my own camp,
and then it felt very outdated. I think Lagos camp people are usually small.
They care though.
Yeah, I think it's because you guys
the soldiers will come and tap you like this. If you're sleeping, they used to go around. Sometimes if you're pressing your phone, they will seize the phone. Yeah,
they do.
So they actually care.
They do in our camp when you're seated in the front, but those are the back. It's cool too.
But they return the phones they seized. Actually, they do return it.
I felt like a lot of
something about NYSC is, I don't know. I think NYSC is National Youth Service Corps, right?
Yes.
You see that service? They actually took it personal.
Yeah.
And
that's why it's soldiers. It makes more sense why soldiers are the ones.
And it's not police.
And when Nigerians hear that you want to serve now, like serve, so fired competition, they will not start it. Because I don't know why we have to stay under the sun. Do you get? Most of what we do early in the morning is something that we can do inside the hall.
We stand from 5 till 7:30. Jesus.
And then they want to teach you those manual guys who come to, guy, I'm not
when you're
interested.
Already tired.
I'm not interested, but they don't want to care.
And the thing is, if they actually take it up on this time frame and start it off at 6, you're most likely, you're not alert at 6 because you're ready. But at 5 or at 4, you're still tired.
At 5, at 4:30, they are waking you up so that by 5, everybody will be out of the hostel. So it's too much. That's why a lot of people faint. Like a lot of people fall down. You see people having convulsion. Like Jesus, it was too much. But shout out to those people that stay in the camp clinic. And people that stay in camp clinic.
The
camp members.
What's happened to you? Those guys actually tried.
Yeah,
they tried. They tried a lot.
They were actually doing a lot.
Yeah.
I guess they were getting their practice in. Because I know people that were even sleeping in the clinic, having to come back.
Yeah, but that doesn't
some
mean
guys
that.
These guys that they are sick and go to the clinic to sleep.
Ours is very small, so you can't even go to clinic to sleep.
Well, ours, they tell you that you can't spend more than 2 hours, so they give you time on the bed because others want to sleep.
I think we had about 3 in one room, 3 in another room. So me, I slept in the clinic before I had to go home. I had to wait till it was, I think, 10. Then I was able to get a ride back to where I was staying.
Oh,
okay.
So we had more bed space. I don't think it was a regular thing.
Yeah, for me, the bed space is not. Although when you are going for your camp, you are not expected to enjoy the kind of hospitality that you enjoy in your house.
Yeah.
But come on, those beds are not in a good state.
At all.
Imagine
they
some
were horrid.
beds that the clothes it's off and you expect people to sleep on it. I don't know how some people sleep without bed cover. I in camp I was surprised. Some will still sleep on the bed like that,
Wow.
So the sweat and all. But,
it's guys though. I don't think
I don't see that with girls.
No. I mean, no. When it comes to guys, they expect us to pull up with some kind of stuff, but some are not just.
Some guys will just go with their handbags, and that's all.
And that's it. They don't really think about bedspread.
Girls like
I brought 2, even though I knew I wasn't staying so long.
They even bring pillow. They bring the snack something.
I was surprised when I saw a lady coming in with all her teddy bears, and I was like,
and it will be on her bed, though. It will be on her bed. It will be on her bed.
So that's just it for me.
Okay, what do you think so far? Like, we understand the point of NYSC actually is to inculcate this sense of community and unity amongst, the youth. They feel like if we can see how things are done in other places by interacting with one another, we would have this higher or heightened sense of respect for each other. I think that might be a little bit part of why it's being done and why they keep pushing it. But would you say that for you were able to really get that by even observing the people that you were under, some of the camp staff, just seeing how they related with you people, how they related equally with themselves, other people as well? What were things that you would say that, oh yes, this whole experience, it really benefited you?
To start with the relating with yourself and relating with us is, I think it was just one lady soldier that related with us, but that did not stop her from hitting that door. That did not stop her from doing her what she's meant to do. But relating, like, she took us, like, and then surprisingly, some people say they have soldier friends, and me, I'm like, I don't know, because I think I wasn't really friendly or something. But relating with yourself, I guess they related with you because they are always going out together and all. Like, they are always going out. They always seen together. Me, I always see them together in camp, like soldier and soldier. I always see most of them. But relating with us, no, because these people will legitimately curse you. They will, if you're not standing, if you're tired and you're just say, let me just bend down small, let me catch my breath. When they come to the line, if it's your platoon, platoon soldier, or maybe another platoon soldier coming, especially early in the morning, you will see them shouting, Ashewo. Soldiers, they abuse.
Soldiers were strict.
They very, very strict. They will say, if not to talk to girls now, you will stand very well. And if you're a girl, if you're a lady, they will say you. If you want to, they will be very, very verbally. Like
that's something everyone's going to ask. As a woman, how do you think your own experience was in, as I know for you guys it would have been a very different experience, but I want to know what your own experience was.
Mine was very I'm someone that let's call this part first. Okay, but I'll go back again. I'm a very, very chilled person. I never go like to look for troubles or like go into anything that will cause embarrassment, anything that will cause someone to shout at me, anything that will just, I hate it. Like I hate it because I will turn red. So people will be like, that girl, they'll start saying she's probably 16 or 17 because I look very small. So I just excuse myself from it. So it was very, very, it was very, very, it was, my camp experience was, I don't know the word to classify it. I don't know the word to use for it, but it wasn't so beautiful, but it was also beautiful because these soldiers, I said, just like the example I used earlier, I, there was there was a pile of stones that at least when they are talking, you go and sit down there. When you come out, there was one day I had muscle pull in this my leg. I was crying. They said no, that except the person faints before they are allowed to take to the hospital, to the clinic, to the camp clinic. So it was my friend. At some point, I could not breathe. My friend had to back me to the clinic. So it was very, very bad. The soldiers are not really trying, but apart from that, it's just I'm a very chilled person, so I don't like anything that will embarrass me. So I don't wash my clothes in the hostel. I just give someone to dry clean everything and return back for me. I eat where I'm supposed to eat and then come back. I eat at mommy and then come back and then I'm sleeping. That's just how I was able to like live through camp experience. Sleep, wake up, eat, sleep, wake up, eat, sleep. I don't even do NYSC. The camp, my platoon commandant kept me in front. 2 days, after 2 days of standing for how many hours, I disappeared completely. I wasn't seen there because it's not me that you want to kill. I think it's after the 2 days that I had that much zupu. So I had to just stop everything. So yeah. So it was, for a lady, camp is just try and be like considerate because you will see other ladies too. There are some ladies that will just anyhow, they just want to be, they just feel that is also their house or anything, so they behave any type of way. They don't they bring like 5 boxes, and no, you have to be considerate because you're also a lady. From the bedroom to the toilet to everything sharp. So it was just there for me. My camp experience was just there. Like I said, eat, wake up, camp activity, sleep, eat, wake up, camp. That was how I was able to survive.
Oh, really? But my own relationship with the officials, I think I actually maintained the distance because I was not trying to make friends or meet any soldier because some of them, I noticed that some of them were meeting the soldiers maybe for PPA posting. They were going to help them. So some of them were close with the officials because maybe the person would help them get a good PPA. Location, So I knew that that was not, is by grace of God. I'm not actually looking for PPA in this camp. I just want to do this thing because this is mandatory.
For you to do.
So, but I noticed that the guys, the male soldiers, they were friendly. Yeah. Especially my platoon coordinator. The guy was a friendly guy, He would talk to you, advise you, do all those kind of stuff. But I know for the ladies, there was one issue that happened then in camp. I think one of the female soldiers slapped a lady. You guys, I know females now. I don't know what happened, what transpired, because lady was calling the lady, the female soldier was trying to call her out for parade, and she's like this and that. So, ladies now. Yeah, so.
No, it's not a ladies thing. No. It's not. You're not supposed to say.
It might have been a way to spoke to the soldier.
Because most of the soldiers, most of the soldiers always shout on us, guys, come out. Even sometimes I actually did frog jump one time. You get, so I did it. So I don't know what could have happened because I am not aware of the details.
It would have been something that she did or she said.
Slap.
Because even we didn't really experience that where I would see where soldiers were beating somebody or they hit somebody.
But soldiers usually speak very, very rudely to people.
Very, so with condescending
words. Sometimes
they'll call you
exactly. And that means our soldiers at our camp were actually very calm.
Maybe you don't go for early morning.
For that short amount of time, and I think maybe it's an internalized thing, I noticed that they would always find a way to make any interaction that a lady is having with a man as
Sexual.
your husband.
Yeah.
Don't talk to all of them. Oh, it's not everybody here that
They
you
are always like that.
It was one thing that got me very, very annoyed because I'm like, it's not
That's very
everybody
offensive.
that is here to look for a partner. Some of us are just chilling.
Yeah. Because
And so it's like, you did not do this one. How can you as a lady, is that how all these people, that's how somebody cannot be able to marry you from here?
Exactly.
So it was a conversation that I'm like,
it's not necessary at
We're
all.
talking about the relationship part. I think some ladies used to get it wrong. That whatever you have in the camp would not last more than 3 weeks. So after camp,
I went in with that mentality.
After
Thank
camp,
God. Thank you,
yeah.
Jesus. I went in with that
after camp,
mentality.
they
This is
suffer all
Lagos.
kind of emotional trauma. Where the guy you have met
Yeah.
in camp, the guy would have told you that when we're out of camp, we'll be staying together. We're going to, I can get you a good
No,
PPA.
did
all
they
the
do
kind
that?
of,
Did they say
there's
that?
some that
so many
promise.
stuff. They promise them stuff, and the ladies already planning a future.
And my
a
camp,
future
we even
kids
caught
with
some
this guy.
people that
That's-
were having some extracurricular activities.
Okay.
So I was like, actually,
There was a
that
court
means
in
some
my
of
camp.
you actually believe that you're
I
here
think
to
there was a
find.
court anyway in my camp.
But then some people do find
yeah,
partners
some people
though.
do
So,
find like.
Eh?
but it's like I wouldn't.
People
Really?
do
I think
find-
yes, there were people that got engaged in camp.
No.
What did you collect
That one
500k? I
is-
think there's one 500k that they said they want to give people that get married.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it though. There's someone that I think he proposed to one babe in camp, I think in the 3rd week.
Oh,
And I'm
really?
like,
Wow.
3 weeks of suffering and you people were falling in love.
How did you get? How
That
did
was the thing.
you?
Like when I hear it, I'm like,
How did you guys?
how did you find time to like?
Well, you know,
The people are running and you're, oh
must
my
always make
God,
the
we're
besties of every
running.
situation.
Actually, thought, no, man,
Well,
I didn't get it.
I wish them.
I wish them good luck
I wish
and
them well.
all the best.
But I entered camp with the mentality that forget nothing, even to friendships. You
Yeah.
get some guys that are also intimate with a guy, like we're just very cool guys, but we were like, if I can use the Yoruba word, korikosun. By korikosun, I mean if you don't see the person, you won't sleep. So we're very cool guys.
Alright.
Yeah, to that extent, we go to mommy together, go to site together. After camp, maybe I was the one taking it too serious, right? So I was just trying to reach guy for now.
Probably.
Ideally, goes now where they are your mom.
It happens.
Maybe we'll just meet up now.
And
So the guy just
my bunkmates too
So
were
you just
very. We just had our back. I had her back. She had my back. We're
Yeah.
in different platoons, so
Okay.
it was something like during the practice, like everything. Just once we come down, she's in her platoon. I'm in my platoon. But at the same time, we're like, where are you? Have you eaten? Oh, I'm at this place. Come and eat. Just like you and your.
Yeah.
But we're still very close, but we've not seen ourselves, and camp is and
Yeah.
NYSC is almost
Almost
over.
done.
But that doesn't mean that we'll not still see. We'll definitely still see, but we're still close. We're still close.
sure.
So yeah.
That happened too. But mine is that we met up once, and I'm happy that we at least met up once because we couldn't find time.
Yeah. I think
You know, at the end of the day,
Lagos.
you have to do your PPA, sign all of this one, still go to the places that you're working at. Your weekends, you're washing your clothes or you're getting your house in order.
Your
I think
weekends,
it
you're
comes
just
to
trying to
Lagos-
be mentally
Lagos-
okay.
Yeah, just to like
Yeah.
relax and
my
have
weekend,
rest.
I just want to sleep because the next day
I think
is
You're
like,
it's
starting
not with
again.
Lagos, Ozu, and Bozu.
because when I came into Lagos first, I was going from the island from the mainland to the island before I got my own place. But where I was going from, I wake up around 5, sometimes 4:30. I have to leave my house around. That was January before our new president entered. So I had to wake up. If I don't leave my house around 5:30 to get to this place, I probably and where I resume around 9. I work 9 to 5. Mine is actually 9 to 5, not
So
8
you
to 5.
actually wake
No,
up
mine is
5.
5.
You leave your house 5.
I leave my house 5:30. If I don't leave my house 5:30,
You're late.
before
So
I'll
what time do you wake up?
I wake up around 4:30. So that's like that's why I said weekends. I just use my weekend to like
I want
rest.
to
And then what time do you get back home?
I get back home. I get back home early. The earliest I get back home is like 8
Okay, that's your...
8 p.m.
Earliest.
That's the earliest.
Oh, that's the early... And in regular day,
Like 9:15, 10. That's from where I was
crazy.
going to my house, and then you're coming back. You
The
have
next day.
like, so it's good.
It's
But
a lot.
now it's better. Now it's better because it's just like wake up around 8:30. Wake up around 8. I'm rushing to work around 8:30.
And you're still rushing.
But it's not as
It's wake up around 8:30. I'm ready because
Ready.
it's like I ironed,
A day before.
wash, not a day before, like week.
Oh,
I
you
start
just-
my week.
okay,
I do
okay, that's
everything. I
really,
prepare
really
everything.
good.
So the next morning, I just know is wake up, then wear my clothes, wake
save
up,
a lot of
shower.
time, eat your breakfast, and
Yeah.
So
it
yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
So,
I
yeah.
can't even imagine.
It's so much.
Speaking of 5,
Lagos.
maybe because of I've really enjoyed remote work a lot. So
Yeah.
Oh, so you wake up
So you were already
No,
doing remote work
I
before
actually
you
wake
went
up
to
6.
camp.
No, I wasn't working.
It was after
Okay, it was after camp,
It was after camp
NYSC.
that I now got my first job, a remote job.
That's why I said that before camp and before NYSC and after NYSC is really two different.
Yeah, it's two different
parts,
parts.
yeah.
Two
But you
different.
said it wasn't for you. Well,
It wasn't really because
I think because you're a guy, because guys are like, they're always, right from the time you start your puberty, or what do they call that thing? Right from the time you're growing, you're becoming a man, they will tell you you're a man, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
but
I've been
ladies are
working
not always
normally.
briefed this way. We are always protected. We're always giving everything we wanted.
Yeah, you enjoy it
so,
now, don't you?
yes, I enjoy it. I'll definitely train my child that way too. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I feel that after NYSC, you're now on your own. No?
From nowhere. It's like,
You are now on your own. You can't even call and say, I rented an apartment that is 7. They will say, the one at home.
Why? Who
Wait.
chased you?
The one at home.
Ah.
Or why don't you go from your uncle's place? But at the same time, to some extent, you need privacy. You need your own.
You need your own
your
privacy.
alone time. So
Even
and it's really good for you to have your own time. Not even that, like your own space.
yeah.
It's so no, I
and
wouldn't
that's something about
Trade
adults.
that for
that,
anything.
yes.
Yeah.
There are so many responsibilities on you. You have to think about what you want to eat, what you want to wear, what you want to do this.
That's like the basic responsibility. I think
Actually.
that's
And
like
then
the one that
there's sometimes that they
trust
call you
me,
from
I
home.
like
the main thing is that
I don't know if they call you from home.
I work, it's even end of the month, so I'll probably be working a lot. I'll work a lot because it's end of the month. But during the month, I don't really work so much because everything I do always end of the month is out.
Yeah. I can't
So
tell.
I think that's like very far from what you eat, what you wear every day is like something that everybody,
Constant.
even
Yeah,
if you're not staying on your own, it's something that you always think about.
Responsibilities that you.
But when
bear.
you're living on your own, you're thinking that you're calculating. I'm supposed to do this one. I'm supposed to do that one. I'm supposed to.
Your rent. Your rent.
You're
I don't know.
calculating.
even buying appliances.
When you pay your rent,
Exactly.
when you pay your rent, you be like, it's 1 year now, and that thing is just
Before
rushing.
you know it, the 1 year has
It's
come.
like
You'll be
3 months,
wondering,
6 months, and your landlord is already saying,
Hi.
good morning, sir.
and you still want to
Like,
like make your,
God.
you still want to make your space nice.
Yes, you want to
yeah.
do
So-
some fittings and all.
When I started living alone, that's when I knew that curtains are very, very expensive.
You think that?
I didn't know blenders were.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Blenders,
I was like,
oh, they're crazy. I want blenders.
because you see it in everybody's house. You don't think it's something that is
bless you.
expensive. Did I have to buy a blender? I was like, you say it's how much? 20 what?
I don't have a
I'm
blender. I
telling
don't have a
you.
blender yet. Sorry.
If you want to,
Please,
Honestly,
have
buying
a bed
stuff in the house can be so crazy. Jesus. There are days that
Mats, and then you're going to market. You're like, I need to get this mat, and then you're thinking, oh, my room has this color. I can't be getting a red mat when my room is like it's just white and black that I want. So they will not tell you that particular one you want. So amount. It's very different from this red one that you're looking at. Sorry, you'll be like, are you serious?
sometimes what I do sometimes, if I feel like I'll just
waste bin stuff.
You know what? Maybe I'll come back later. Once I say I'll come back later, it means that the price has already shocked me. I'm like,
honestly,
let me go home and go and sit down first.
Back, you won't see
you won't see the same price. So it's like either you buy it that way, or right now you have to even budget higher.
Forsake the fact that you have to use Uber home and then take bus home and walk the rest of the
distance.
Just calculating and
you just be calculating.
You just have to be calculating.
Lot,
so
right.
that's it.
Would you say that the program is really helping you understand the importance of unity as a people?
Yeah, sure. Because my friends, I have Yoruba friends, I have Yoruba friends, I have Cross River friends, I have it. And when we sit down to talk, when we sit down to just have conversations, you understand, you get to see that everybody's like making sense, everybody's like going towards this direct this particular parts.
Yeah.
It's not like this one is having a conversation, this one is having a conversation. Even during the election, I was very surprised that I and my friends never argued about the election, this past election that happened, but we had our different opinions on things, but we never argued about my own this thing, my own this. And I just feel that people were very careful this past elections. Apart from that, too, like the unity is there. I think that is only in NYC that you see people that you see an Igbo babe marrying a Hausa man.
I see that normally.
But when growing up like this, you can't even think of bringing an outside
person. Yes,
but now you can, because the both of you have the same understanding. You're telling this person that my family. When you guys even when you guys meet at first, you guys are talking about before you go into a relationship, you guys have to know the basic things.
Most definitely.
So I feel that for you to bring your family, for them to allow you stay on your own and allow you and start talking about, what is the next thing now is that you're supposed to marry next year, next 2 years. They believe in your judgment that you're bringing this person back. So they are not like, from the family I come from, not like, I'm not generalizing it right now. From the family I come from, if they're already talking about it, obviously. But if I take if I take him back home now, my mom would definitely is Igbo, we're Igbo, so they will want to they'll ask you questions. Yeah. But for me to bring you, there will be this level of there will be this level of and respect. Yeah. Exactly. So, and they will respect you. But is when we now start going to this Muslim and Christian, I think they will have a bit of and
I can actually understand that.
But apart from that,
having those
your Yoruba,
questions.
your Hausa, as far as you treat my child well and every other thing, and then they'll question you. They will definitely talk to you for a while, and they will definitely ask me, "Am I okay?" They don't really care about that, so that's it. So the unity is definitely there.
I subscribe to the fact that
there's unity.
Is there unity? Okay, but
for you personally,
I think one thing NYSC made me realize is that we are all humans.
Yeah.
The fact that this person is Igbo, this person is Yoruba, we are all humans. Really, we get that. There's this sense of humanity in all of us. You get. I think NYSC was able to make me realize that because there's this, most of us, we have our supposed misconceptions about tribes.
Yes. So that was it for me. And then also, I equally noticed that how an Igbo person is that grew up in Enugu will be extremely different from an Igbo person that grew up in Lagos. So this thing about Cross River people might actually be true of people that have grown up there, as opposed to someone that maybe lived in Lagos or lived in Ibadan. Me, I find that I don't relate very well with a lot of Igbo people. Because somehow I've grown up very much with Yoruba people. I schooled in Lagos, I schooled in Ibadan. I do have friends that are Igbo, but because they too pretty much grew up on the we grew up with that cultural similarity that the Yorubas have. Certain ways of greeting, we kind of assimilated those greeting styles just because we were in school is what we saw. So as much as Igbo people, they greet standing up. Yoruba people, they bend. So I remember my mom would always hit me that, why are you doing that? Are you Yoruba?
Okay.
Because I would just, good afternoon, ma. And it was a thing where it's like, this girl is becoming very
Yoruba-ish.
So it was that fear of, you're not Yoruba, you're Igbo. And then there's also that thing of, don't bring a Yoruba person back, Yoruba people are like this. And it's like, I actually like Yoruba people. So, wahala for you when it happens, but still, I like it, stay in your
that's like
delusion.
50% of Igbo family, but I think that some of them, like now,
Yeah. They're becoming more open to the idea of that because even when I was in secondary, I used to say that it shouldn't surprise you if I brought back more Yoruba friends.
Yes.
I'm in a Yoruba populated school. Lagos is a Yoruba city.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm in Ibadan. I'm not privileged to meet so many. Like, it got to a point where when I was in school, my 100 to 400, if I hear people speak Igbo, I feel very safe and very calm. I won't be friendly with them. Hi, how are you guys? Because just hearing that, because that's the language we speak in the house. So when I'm outside and I hear it, it's like, oh, this is so nice. At least this is a familiar language that I know. As opposed to, even though I have grown up with a lot of Yoruba people, it's like, yes, I can hear small of it. And yes, I do understand that, oh, there's certain looks that if someone gives you, you
lock up.
You just behave and know that, okay. There's certain things that if someone even says to another person, you immediately pick it up and know that, it's you that they're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's just because of the environment that I've been raised in.
Yeah.
I really like that NYSC really allowed for me
NYSC
to meet
like everybody
more
the
people.
Same.
Yes.
Like long, they will always tell you that as long as you're on that clothes, you're the same. You married woman, no, you are this thing, you're a president child, do you are this thing. We're all the same.
Because in a way, you kind of have those.
President child will not spend 3 weeks in camp.
No, actually,
they don't.
They could, but they don't.
Yeah.
I think that you see, without you even being aware of it, you can actually have some misconceptions. And I did have certain misconceptions about certain tribes.
Yeah.
So when I did meet a lot of people from different states, and you hear about, they show you even pictures about fascinating places in their place. And you're like, this is in this Nigeria. You're like, wow. You say, is this how you people live? There's some people that they have a very different way of how they even interact with their elders. And it's like, that's beautiful. That's nice.
And the food that you eat when you make friends, my best friend. I have missed Akwa Ibom food.
Yes, actually, that's another thing. How would you say that the NYSC as a program has aided your journey as an adult?
Well, it has, because it opened it. It really showed me that I'm no longer in that phase where I'm protected and given everything.
Personally, how I would say it has aided in my journey as an adult is I tend to compare myself less, because growing up, I was raised in this way of, can't you see how this person is doing it? Can't you see how this person is doing it? So I grew up I would always compare myself. But when I finished from camp, or when I went to camp and during my whole NYSC service, I realized that everybody has a different life. Everybody has a different passion, different paths. There's people that you go in your mind, you're like, I'm better than this person by skill wise or with intelligence, but you don't know that they have a family member that knows someone that sorted them out.
Yeah.
You don't know that they have an uncle that has already told them, just go and do your own week, I will sort out your this thing. You don't know that they are getting support.
To run. That's
the thing. There are some that run, but there are some people that their uncles sort them out. There are some people that their parents sort them out. There are some people doing NYSC. They have mommy's car that mommy is not driving is what they are carrying to NYSC. And you look at it and be thinking,
honestly,
this one,
if you have it, enjoy it. But
yes, if
at
you
the same
do.
time, I just feel that you should just move out of your comfort zone.
Yes, it's very important.
Changing from Enugu to Lagos, it's been very, very difficult, but if I look back, I'll say it was worth it. It was really worth it.
That's
and my
how it has helped with your adulting.
What did you say?
I said that's the way it has equally helped you.
That's how it's helped. It really helped me, but it was very difficult at first. They were nice. I cried to bed and all, but it was worth it.
This is not a free PR to Lagos anyway, but I think serving in Lagos
it's not like PR.
Is one plus. Let me just use that word.
My friend was telling me that he was walking to Abuja. Then that minute he had to change to Lagos.
Yeah.
He said that he's a lawyer, just like you. He said that lawyers in Abuja, they are offering him a salary of 200 plus. he's rejecting it. He's saying that if his salary is not starting from 600 plus, he's not. He's not. But in Abuja, you won't even get that kind of thing. But in Lagos law firm, you will get it. So he said that in as much as, because he has everything back home, he's also coming from Enugu, but he said in as much as he had all those things, that he's still happy that he came to Lagos.
That's the funny thing. Lagos has a way of exposing you to...
Yeah, actually, yes.
Other states too do, but I just feel that, like I said earlier, they will feel, in other states, you feel more relaxed. But in Lagos, there's this kind of push that you, but in other states, you can do this, you feel very, very relaxed. But in Lagos, you see that your mate is getting the same thing, so why can't I get the same thing?
There's that pressure
exactly.
Of
my mate don't get 2 heads now.
Yeah, that's
I get
true.
that. Okay, so what would we say are the pros and the cons of NYSC? What are the advantages of NYSC?
The advantages, we already said the advantages.
Okay, yes. Let's talk about the disadvantages.
The advantages they are not much, but weekly CDS and then weekly CDS, that's a lot. And
you mentioned it twice.
Monthly clearance, that's a lot. That's really a lot. And then the unnecessary files that you carry when you come out from camp, the pressure. Because when you come out from camp, I think you should at least have 3 days to like rest and calm down before going to look for. But you're being pressured that you have to go for your PPA immediately. You have to. So that's not nice.
Immediately.
I did not.
I still chilled.
For me, I think, let me just go to the cons. Yeah. Like she said, the weekly thing, if it's possible to make it once in a month.
No, not once. That's
Nigerians
in a month. Once is not. Let's just say like twice. Yeah,
the monthly stuff now. So if you don't do it, you can't get your alawi.
I just said,
so just make that one
let's
compulsory.
say twice. Twice is better.
Twice they will most likely say okay.
If it's once a month, when you wear that khaki, your parent, even if you're staying with your parents, or even if you're even staying with me, I'll tell you, I used to come back.
Yes, now I am.
So,
really.
Yeah.
Then another thing is this: if we information, like she said, the why you have to carry so many stuff. I think the fault is from NYSC. Now, when you are going to camp, you don't get informed. The only people that advise you are, let's say, your brothers, your sisters.
Yeah,
so
people that have been there.
We pack this. Okay, pack this. Okay, pack this. But if there is a channel through which NYSC inform people that this is what you need, this is what you need, this is what you need, this is what you need.
I think they have a website.
They have now.
Is it on the website?
Yes, it's not. So many people.
But a lot of us join groups, and then the
those group guys to. I know that they are trying to make their own money. But if there's a way they can bring, because they have our details, right? They have our phone numbers when you're
That's true.
So there's a way they can bring people into a particular forum and inform them of what they need then. So
the last thing, would you actually would you recommend someone to go for NYSC?
Yeah, sure, I will.
With everything?
I will. I will. You should, because sometimes, let me just say, even at now, people that served before, if me and my friends, or me and my sisters, or siblings, or elderly ones, if we're having conversation, you hear them saying, even your mom, you hear her saying, during my own time in NYSC. So I come from a place where they will tell you, do this. It shouldn't be like someone else is doing it, and you can do it. So maybe you should just take your time. It might not be this year, but just make sure you go experience it yourself. You can decide to be a ghost member. You can decide, but just experience it. There's something that experience is different. You experience yourself than
someone telling you.
Exactly. Because when we're having a conversation like this, and then you'll not be able to open your mouth, all the whole fine girl, what will it take you? It won't take you anything. It's just that it's going to, but this is Nigeria. You can actually, you can do the other way. So if you're doing the other way, but at least you have something to say that, during my own time, it was too stressful, so I had to do the other way. But I used to still wear it and still go for. You understand?
Yeah.
But I'm just going to say, experience it. Even if it's bad or it's good, but it's only get better. But just experience it.
Well, I would advise someone to undergo the procedure. But talking about experience, I'll just say that there's a way NYSC can make it less stringent.
Exactly.
Get all this because my dad suffered, or my dad wore jungle boots. They killed snake. They did this. They suffered
During our own time. But I feel that NYSC should also improve.
Is something that
yes, rather than still be
and also
stuck in the
their curriculum. They should look at the they should see a way they can infuse tech into some of this side.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to turn to a barber. I know that
incorporates like digital this thing.
But please don't get me wrong. Go respect to all barbers in the world. You get, but not everybody wants to take pictures with the phone, with their phone cameras or the camera. Let's look at AI generated images.
Yes, actually.
Let's look at other stuff. Let's.
So they should find a way to incorporate tech into the things that they are teaching us right now.
Making wigs. You get. Teach us better ways to do this.
And even if you want to do all those things, how can we incorporate it into today's digital age as well?
You get. It's still the old analog thing that they are doing, and that's what is making it boring to so many.
That's
people.
what is making people say, "I don't want to." At the end of the day, this is just stress. I think as much as we're having conversation, because we're always having conversations about how we suffered, how we do this, let them also bring other things that we can have conversation and say,
ways.
During my NYSC,
I learned these and
I connect is a good platform, is a good forum, but at the same time, we just need it to be a bit innovative.
You know, the old generation will say that, it was in NYSC that I learned how to bake cakes, and look at me today, I have a big cake house. Fine, that is very good. But look at tech now. If there's a way they can inculcate tech into the curriculum, and yes, it was in NYSC that I learned how to use Python, HTML, and this kind of stuff. Now today, so, but let's move
not
beyond.
Only tech, they can actually introduce, because a lot of people were not really taught practical in school.
Yes.
So using system, I'm not saying everybody can use system, but using some apps on the laptop, on the system, like Excel, this thing, so that when we go out for job interviews, there are some people
people don't know how to use some of those things.
My work requires I just have to always use system. So it will be a very shameful thing if I go for interviews and then they are asking me these things and I don't exactly.
So they should bring in more practicalities into the things that they are teaching. Even with this, you're teaching someone how to bake. If you teach them how to bake, create a website, do social media management.
You have to even teach somebody how to
It makes someone excited because now you've created three.
Teach somebody how
it makes someone excited because now you've created 3 different jobs from just baking.
Yeah, true. That's true.
All right, so
thank you so much.
That brings us to the end of this episode. You guys, what's your Instagram? Like, how can we find you on Instagram or Twitter?
Me? Instagram is Susie, sus.iee. I'm too afraid to be on Twitter.
Well, for me, Instagram is san_d_great. So San the Great, but _d_.
In between.
Yeah, in between them.
Okay.
Now on X, I'm not afraid. Like I'm not shy. On X, I am isan_d_law. Yeah,
isan the law. Oh, okay. So you know where to meet, and you guys know where to meet me, have you? At Anniedora on Instagram. You can equally follow the Noisy Streets podcast on Instagram. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow us so that you get immediate updates when we drop our episodes. We're live on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and equally on YouTube as well. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I think you guys, we had a very, very, very informative episode today. I really enjoyed the conversation. So don't be afraid to participate and let us know about your own experiences in the comments section. Would really love to hear from you guys. Bye. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.